Hello, United fans. Today we watch another game that we lost, a game of football in Premier League. We haven't won a game in Premier League, I don't know, in the last, I don't know how many games anymore. Just I lost the track of it. And the problem is that this loss was dictated by the loss of so many key players for our team, especially Amad Diallo, our best player this year. Plus, we lost Mainu and Ugarte at the same time, and Collier, and Yoro, and Ericsson. So that's why our bench today was so shallow and full with academy players, which is nothing bad with it, but they don't have experience and they cannot do impact, make an impact on the game. And I've seen a lot of Man United fans making comments on the social media that they were disappointed by Mourinho not putting any of these young players to get any minutes today, and they're blaming him that he played with these 11 players through the whole game. So tell me, who should he put on? Like, who? Like, would you put like these young, inexperienced players who never played in this kind of system, in that kind of bad situation that the club are at the moment? So they would have such a bad experience and might impact their career. Why would you do that? So why would you blame the manager to any of this shit? The only people you can blame is the bloody owners. That's the main people we have to blame. Nothing to do with the manager, nothing to do with individually blaming the players, although some of them, they don't deserve to be there. So when I see that kind of comments that blaming Amorim, that he's not the right guy, we must sack him, and he doesn't have the right system, they're like struggling to watch United play in that kind of formation. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Where have you been in the last 20 years? Have you been in a cave? Or you're coming from another bloody planet, you know? These people who are saying that kind of stuff, they obviously doesn't understand football, or probably they're brainwashed. Haven't we learned the lesson that the owners been taking this club to the ground on its knees for the last 20 years? I don't know if this situation can get any worse. I mean, I say this, I've been saying this for the last like 10 years, but can it go like worse than that? We're in debt, we don't have money to buy and replace players that we floated out, like Rashford and Anthony, although we had to take them out from the club, but at the same time we needed players to replace them. But what did they do? They didn't buy anyone. They bought just Dorgo. And by the way, I think he had a good game. I like the way he played Dorgo, and I think that he will be a good player in the future, if like the current squad doesn't poison him with their toxic environment and make him look like a bad player. Yeah, no, I'm just like, I don't know what to say anymore. It's such a bad situation, and it has such a bad impact on my mental state as well. You know, like, fucking hell, mate. Every week we're watching the same shit, you know, and the only people we need to blame is the manager. It's not the manager, it's the owners. It's mainly Glazers and then Ineos, because Ineos saved them. They gave them the cash. They gave them 1.2 billion, I think, or something like that. Might be more. So what did they do with this money? Who the fuck knows? Put them in their pockets. Because the club didn't see any of this money. None. And yeah, there's some reason they'll stay in the club. Probably they see that they make more money of it. And probably the same for Ineos. They're just there for the money. They don't care about the club. Which is really, really sad. Really sad. It's depressing. So yeah, I think we have to stay behind the manager because he is in really bad situation. Can you imagine what's in his head? Can you put yourself in his situation, you know? One of the youngest and most talented and promising coaches in the world coming to United in the middle of November and finding that kind of shit. Shit all over the place. I don't know what they promised him, if they told him the truth about the state of the club, but I don't know. Of course, you cannot say no to Man United, but poor man, he'll be like with grey hair at the end of the season because you can see like clearly what the stress does on his face. I mean, who would have maintained that kind of stress all the time and like all the negativity, you know? It's just insane, man. It's just insane. Also, I want to say like a few things about today's game. I mean, we shouldn't lose the game. We shouldn't lose the game. We should have scored a few of the chances we had. Like Garnacho couldn't score the chances he had. Obviously, we lack of a good striker. Holland is in really bad form. There is one, like, few positive things of the game. Like Xerxes done well, especially in the second half. I like how he played, and Dorgo. There's the two players I can shout out for the game. Bruno, bad, pathetic performance, because he's not playing in his position. He's playing in a really bad position, like not his position. And alongside Casemiro, we know Casemiro is done with the football, and you can see why Amorim is not playing him. The back three, I think they've done well. Just it was unlucky that we conceded that kind of goal, like a tap in, and then Madison. What the hell, mate? You didn't score a birdie. You just tap in, mate, and you just like shushing. Who you shushing, mate? Who you shushing? Shushing yourself. What a prat. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next game. Hopefully, Eriksen and Euro will be back. I hope Collier and Ugarte might be back as well. And I don't want to talk about Shaw and Mount. They're just like they're written off. For me, they don't exist. This is ridiculous. As we know, Diallo, Martinez, and Maino probably are out for the rest of the season. And all the hopes that we could have saved the season by winning the Europa League or FA Cup, I think it's just like disappeared in the air. Well, I hope I'm wrong, but the future will show us what's going to happen. Yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts, guys. I hope you have a nice evening, and I'll see you in the next video.